Who's that?
Breaking news. The following message is requested by the state of Modern Talk. There has been an outburst of a deadly infection. I repeat, an outbreak of a highly contagious virus. Sent through the station's emergency alert system. We have been told the outbreak was caused by two men who have killed and eaten the body of the deceased.
Running this game, Modern Talk till we trust. Gotta get him. Why you running from us?
Not to approach or apprehend these bodies as they're extremely dangerous. If you have been in contact with one of these men, please seek immediate help as you might be infected. Running this game, Modern Talk till we trust. Gotta get him. Why you running from us?
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next, we've got Antonio Gibson. There's a lot to like from his showing last week. Well over 100 yards and a pair of scores. It's the Snowhawks and the Elks, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
With the Wasatch Mountains overlooking us, EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the capital city of Utah, Salt Lake. And we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Snowhawks of Anchorage and the Salt Lake City Elks. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Salt Lake City ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for visiting Anchorage, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the... 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, standing 6'1" from Utah. It's Tyler Huntley.
A 3-year starter at the University of Utah. He got his NFL opportunity as Lamar Jackson's backup in Baltimore, mainly because he possessed similar qualities. Excellent runner, big-time arm, just has to grow in accuracy and avoiding mistakes.
Huntley's throw complete there to Johnson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They go play action with Huntley. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Huntley off of play action. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Huntley on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. One of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 5 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Burrow looking to pass. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And what a big-time play there. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Cameron Latu with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Snowhawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown!
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. Now 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Gibson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. On third down, Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be fourth down. Maybe they can at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6 points because at this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one. So you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it. Field goal time.
The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 62 yards and a touchdown.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. What an exciting time here in this great city. Of course, it's no stranger to big-time sports. They've had the NBA team here, but now a relocation franchise in the NFL. And these fans, they could not be more excited for what it's going to mean for this city. It's just going to be a great source of civic pride here. 3rd and 3. Now Huntley. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
(10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Burrow. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Gibson here running out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got Ayuk once again. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's complete left side to Shepard. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he returns this to the 22. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so this didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw here, Huntley. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Huntley to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a first down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Charlie Warner, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Elks have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Oh, wide open, complete. It's a big play there on third down. 63 yards.
Boy, of all the guys on the field to lose track of, how do you lose track of him? I think even he was surprised at all the space he had. You're just hoping your quarterback sees you in that spot. Fortunately, he did, and it leads to a gigantic play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Burrow now off the bootleg. Touchdown! Ricky Seals-Jones. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Snowhawks are able to move back in front.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now McManus for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 1st and 10, Huntley. Johnson's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Huntley's throw pulled in by Robinson here. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw, Huntley. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
here is good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. He's been really good in the yardage category, yet to hit the end zone, however.
A minor blemish against him right now because the work he's doing catching the ball, in some ways he's helping serve as good ball control because the big plays that he's making have really helped out his team.
Absolutely. They're winning on the scoreboard here in quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow. Short throw caught by Pitts. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This one into the hands of Pitts.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And Burrow going to throw again. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
3rd and goal, Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown. Sterling Shepard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Snowhawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point from McManus is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Well, now how about this return? So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. Here comes Cobb. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They go play action with Burrow. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Cobb. Here comes Cobb. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they go play action now. Burrow looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Again, it's Burrow. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. Now Burrow. This is Shepard on the catch. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. On first down, here's Breida. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Gibson. Bowling his way into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out. Yeah,
absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Huntley. Complete. It's Johnson. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Huntley. Cooks on the quick slant. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Huntley off of play action. That is caught. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. It's a gain of a yard, and that'll give him a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. A handoff running left, Mixon. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now Huntley. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a 1st down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Huntley to throw. And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down. And this may be all for naught. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Huntley. Throw left side to Kincaid. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. A beautiful fake. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And that's complete to Shepard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. A handoff running left is Gibson. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Snowhawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these 2 offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Hundley looks to throw. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Looking to throw here, Huntley. This taken in by Kincaid. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On 1st and 10, Huntley. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. To throw, Huntley. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Milton Williams, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. They're going to hurry back to the line now. 3rd down. Here's Huntley now. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. Huntley. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
A give running right, Gibson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 113 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Gibson on the read option. And some room to work. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 12 yards there and a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Once more, Gibson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. On the return comes Cobb. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Anchorage, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Salt Lake City, they'll fall to 1-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we're in for a show from Anthony Richardson. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Shamrocks and the Monarchs. Next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us across the Atlantic and along the River Liffey in the wonderful city of Dublin, Ireland. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one between the London Monarchs and the Dublin Shamrocks. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at these Dubliners entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. The first carry now, this is Williams.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. The numbers for Williams a week ago: 19 carries, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course,
there he goes left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Wilson now off the bootleg. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. P. Ryan will take it in. Touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run from Samaje Perine. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
Yep. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards there for number 15. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 96 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
On first down, Richardson. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. From the shotgun, Richardson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Back to Robinson now on first down. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Richardson now on 2nd down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. But you look at this defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Over the middle, caught by London. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
At the 26-yard line.
A give left side for P. Ryan. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Throwing is Wilson. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as he'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now Wilson. That's caught. Allen Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Wilson will throw again. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Drake London, his intended target. That'll bring up second down. When you look at this defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Wilson. One in for a touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year, and they are able to add on to their advantage.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Point after, right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. Completes it to Aguilar. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
3rd and 4.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Dublin with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Richardson out of the shotgun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start. Offense.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Robinson up the middle. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Richardson thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They run it with P. Ryan on first down. Down to about the 45.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Setting up the screen to P. Ryan. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They got 29 yards that time.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 first downs.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Robinson again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. Robinson is in for a touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told the offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's P. Ryan. He'll get this up to about the 44. Now a stoppage as Samaje Perine appears to have been shaken up on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. They go play action with Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Wilson. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. Right side to Watson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up the 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
3rd and 5.
Now it's Richardson. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. Play action. It's Wilson. Here's a diving catch right side. A very solid gain of 27.
Sometimes those tip balls turn out to be like a pinball. Just bounce all over the place. Everyone's got to go up and get it. In this case...
Well, we talk about tip drills for defensive players like you, but what about the offensive guys? They do any tip drills?
I think they work on it as well, oftentimes in the Hail Mary situations, because you're actually counting on a ball being tipped to give you an extra chance to catch it. They use that training well.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Here's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign him?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Richardson to the air on 1st down. This one into the hands of Aguilar. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw brought in by Watson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to the air with Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Richardson looking to throw this. It's complete left side to Aguilar. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Richardson working from the gun. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to put their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
On second down, a run by H.A. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now Williams running left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Now Wilson on first down. And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead now 11, 24-13. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Dublin's offense now set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Richardson's throw there taken in by Smith. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Under pressure, and down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw pulled in by Aguilar. Give him 18 yards on that one, and they'll be faced with a third and inches. Richardson on third and short. That is caught. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. They go back to the ground game with A-Chain. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball on the 39. Here's second and 5. Richardson out of the shotgun. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's taken down inside the 30. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Richardson. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, 28 yards. And the Shamrocks have cut it back within a score. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aiden Hutchinson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
Now, I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive to either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
And here's Ryan right now
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Anthony Richardson and the offense back out.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
To throw is Richardson. To throw on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That is caught by Callaway. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, it's Wilson. That is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're doing.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And Oliver, that time to really get in there and bring him down. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. H.A. now up the middle. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Here's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and
now it's Richardson. That's taken in by Watson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give up the middle to H.A. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll run this with Homer, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Richardson looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. It's A-Chain on the give. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Richardson to throw it.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Shamrocks have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Richardson.
And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. London about set to take over on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here pulled in by Galladay. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Wilson to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
This offense ready for their upcoming series as we get a look at the former Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, your former DB, is there a number of...
Oh, look at this! It's intercepted!
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
A gain of 19 yards.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for London, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Dublin, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we'll see Dalvin Cook. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Mounties and the Bulls, just ahead on EA Sports.
At the southern tip of the Chesapeake Bay, EA Sports brings you coverage of the National Football League from Virginia Beach here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Mounties of Montreal taking on the Bulls of Virginia Beach. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you. And Charles, we look at this Virginia Beach team entering this game.
It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Quebecers,
they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook.
And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 18 carries, 101 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one by the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. The deep to return it is Marcus Jones.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
But you look at this defense.
This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
It's a big play there on 3rd down. And even 40 yards.
It's early, but a natural cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Garoppolo now, first down throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive INT.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Here's Pacheco. And this time he is in. Isaiah Pacheco, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bulls are on the board first here this afternoon. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now 2nd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. Got a man open, it's Tyler Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Mayfield now from the 50. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 45-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the one he was after there. And it's 3rd down. When you look at this defense, they're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one. The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second down, Cook. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. Cook. Touchdown.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Finding Hawkinson here on the out route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Hawkinson here. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Now the Montreal offense ready to take over now. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Following the interception, Mayfield.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just.
And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Now the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
A give right side for Pacheco.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Now during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Austin Hooper. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And his guys have taken the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Santos now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it's capped off by the Austin Hooper touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. But the Montreal offense ready to take over now. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Now Mayfield.
And that will be incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Jones on the return. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Garoppolo. To the sideline and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On now to punt, Brad Robbins. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. Cook now off the read option. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 8. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. That's a quick slant. He finds Adam Thielen. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Eric Gray, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Mounties are an extra point away from evening this one up. So a tiptoe catch back of the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. PAT up and good by Rosas, and we are tied at 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. But the Virginia Beach offense set to take over as we eke closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit high.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bulls
Indianapolis are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
Second down, Mayfield.
That's to the rookie Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And a Montreal first down.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Cook will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jackson Smith and Jigba with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Mounties are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. One final go for this offense here in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets this one just shy of the 30, down at the 39.
First catch there for the rookie Flowers. He's got a first down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side. Room to maneuver at the 35. He's still on his feet. Touchdown! Zay Flowers with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bulls come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Here comes third down and 7.
Mayfield down. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Credit the sack to Von Miller. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jones. 35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Play action, Garoppolo. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers. They see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up for 1st and goal.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bulls go up by 2 touchdowns. So that now 6 touchdowns for him on the ground here so far this year, Charles. And it's week 3. What kind of a season might he be embarking on?
Well, we both know it helps to have fresh legs early. And they're going to ride him a lot as this year goes on. But one other thing to keep in mind, as you keep having success, you actually have built up some momentum. Your body responds to that as well. So I see no reason for this to slow down anytime soon.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing up for the end zone.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Monteith.
First down, Mayfield.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Mayfield to throw it. Short throw, it's Higbee. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Mayfield. Short throw, it's Higbee. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, the Virginia Beach offense set to take over.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now Garoppolo. And his pass incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Got a man. It's Higbee complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
2nd and 9.
They run it again with Cook. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Here's 3rd and 9.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Adam Thielen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Mounties have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Garoppolo now. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. A quick throw there is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Adams. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6 and a Montreal 1st down.
To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Benjamin St. Just on the coverage.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. He's to the 15. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Well, the Montreal offense ready to take over now. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Mayfield. Throw out wide is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Mayfield. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let them bleed the game out that way.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. And it's complete to Adams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield off the play fake. Touchdown! Jackson Smith and Jigba with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Mounties are back within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the Virginia Beach offense set to take over. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? But wait till you hit the 2-minute warning. So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
position here as they fail to connect on third. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. Here's another shot now for the Montreal offense. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And the Montreal first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now 2nd and 4. Mayfield.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he is going to have a 1st down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Virginia Beach,
they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for Montreal,
they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.